moving away from agriculture. And you see a lot of this importation really happened during the Muritala Mohammed regime. People like Muritala Mohammed regime because a lot of foreign stuffs came in. And you can also see that in our PMS. Also. That was why our refineries cannot or could not work, because we were importing. That was why rice was very cheap, because we were always importing rice. Today, in the President Tinubu regime, they put some waiver on the importation of rice. Rice that was being sold for 120,000 naira, 110,000 naira. This time last year is now being sold for 55,000 naira per bag because of their importing. This is basic secondary school economics, my brother. I'm not trying to call you out here, okay? But don't say this outside. It's okay here.
Can I speak?
And that's why I'm explaining.
Can I speak?
I'm still going to talk about the... I'm still going to talk about the...
I've allowed you to talk. Can I respond to what you just said?
Hold on. Before you respond, let's have Femi Aderoba. Femi, what are your thoughts? Femi is rolling.
You come back.
Okay, can I not talk since it's rolling?
All right. Go ahead.
Okay.
Please,
Bongoli.
Don't remove Femi.
Bongoli is not... You can... Look... From all indication, I know you and Femi, because I watch this live a lot. You and Femi have always have same opinion. I'm ready to...
No, we don't have same opinion. Don't say that. We've never had same opinion. We don't have same opinion.
Okay, can I land? I just want to tell you something. Okay, this is it. If what you are saying now is this, when you are talking economics and all this, the good thing about me is, the good thing, I did my... When I was in the university, my elective courses all through the 4 years were economic courses. When I came here to do my masters in Canada, I did economics too as my minor. So now let's face the issue. So when you talk of economics, I understand what you're saying quite well. What I'm telling you now is what's happening in Nigeria now is the average Nigerian, that is my pain. The average Nigerian have been crippled financially. What you have out there, am I still live?
Yeah, you are still live.
Okay, yeah, I'm on. Okay, so the average Nigerian now, by the reason of the minimum wage and the amount people are paid. So I have 2 people or 3 people on my phone, speed dial, that are receiving as a private sector. How do you make a people go that low? You have a good government and good economics. You ridicule the individual Nigerian. You've taken their life, their breath out of them.
Moderate.
You've taken their life out of them. Then you say the government is doing well. Just that major fact. Any economist you are going to quote or say it today, I'm in a sector, I want to discard the sector because I don't want to make it public. Okay. Even I'm in a sector.
I'm here, Daddy, please.
Oh, yeah?
I'm in a sector.
Hold on, guys. Let's hear Femi. So I can... Amara, come and take over. Femi, guys, pop my money gun. No, YouTube, super chat, super stickers, and super likes. So you guys can have the conversation. Remember, my daughter does not know politics. Once she just hears a strong word, she'll just remove that person. Amara, come now. I have a meeting to attend and I don't want to end the topic.
I'll still talk about the Abacha thing, but that was just by the side. Then I have
come.
By the way, I don't belong to any political party. I just
want Femi Aderogba, how far?
Let me speak.
Come, Amara, let me show you. Anybody that does not behave, just press this thing here and remove the person, then press remove.
Okay.
You can add people, but
I know. Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Rather keep the people because you don't know you can add someone and bully you. You understand? So this is how it's going to be.
Go ahead. Femi, go ahead.
Do you understand?
Okay. Amara.
So Amara is going to come and sit down. 1 minute, guys. I'm handing over to Amara. The mic is here. Remember to tell them to pop my money gun and all those things. Let me go. I'll be back soon.
Amara, Amara, please,
Alright, don't let
in
them
case this,
put my account in trouble.
But what
They
if it's
can
too much and
please,
I caution them and they stop?
please,
remove that person. Don't need to caution them. Once the person says anything, give them one warning. After that warning, remove the person.
Okay.
Anybody that does not, because that thing they put channel for problem. All those strong things. So let them know how to code their languages. Guys, I'm leaving you in charge of Amarachi. Please.
Good evening, everyone.
Amara, please.
I have a meeting
Good
to
evening.
attend with one of my other kids.
Amara, can you hear me?
Yes.
In case Tinubu,
Oh yeah, go ahead.
yeah,
I can't hear you again.
please. Okay, I said in case Tinubu network, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Please, in case it logged out, I'm going to send request again. You can always bring me up. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Femi, go ahead. Speak on. Go ahead. I can see you, Femi.
Okay. Let me manage this for a while. Well, I've listened to both sides, and
Femi, maybe kill your. Sorry. Femi.
okay. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Let me manage this again. Well, I've listened to the three. I've listened to the.
Amara, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. While Femi is trying to sort whatever he's sorting out, I don't know why it's failing.
Okay,
now.
so can I speak, please? No, can I speak?
Oh no, you were
What
the
is
one
sorted
speaking before. You were the one speaking before now, and then
Okay,
Femi was
so
speaking. So I have to speak next.
no, I didn't finish before he came in. I was saying talking at the time he
So I
came
have
in.
to. So I have to speak. So I have to
No,
speak.
can you just let me? Okay, give me 1 minute. I'll finish. Then you have 2 minutes to speak.
No, you
Can I
won't
just
tell me
say
I have
1
2
minute?
minutes. You won't tell me I have 2 minutes to speak, but okay.
Okay. Then you have whatever minutes you have. But
No,
can you just give me 1 minute?
Just talk. No, Allah.
Okay, so I want to correct something you said about that. There was no, they never subsidized the Naira. So in the last 15 years, I've had my 2 younger brothers, they school in the UK, and I've constantly gone to the bank to buy forex to send money to them constantly in Nigeria. I went to, each time I go to First Bank, their headquarters in Marina, to go and get dollar and Naira. I know the rate I get. It has never been more than 10 Naira. Let me tell you to prove that to you. When you go to the bank to ask for PTA or you are trying to pay money to their school or something, immediately you submit. No, I'm not even talking of paying to school now. Maybe you want to travel. I travel. I do a lot of traveling. When you go there and you submit your visa and your passport, your travel document to apply for PTA, you get it that same day approved. But now, you wait for weeks, you will still not get the money. If the market was separate and they weren't making money from it, would it have been that easy as at that time? As at just 5 years ago, would it have been that easy? But today it's like hell. I know people want to travel. You cannot, never, unless you know somebody in CBN that you can get this thing to travel. Until now that the money is now same now, it's easy to do now. That is proof to you that it was only even the later part of Buhari government that the parallel market was so wide and money was not coming out. So I have my point, my brother.
Please, Bugoli, please hold on, because I'm using Tinubu network. Quiet up. Well, I've listened to.
No,
Femi, we can hear you. Go ahead. Femi, is frozen now. My brother, maybe, but I don't. Maybe Femi should change his network. Femi can change his network and stuff. My brother, it seems like you do not understand, with all due respect, the meaning of subsidy removal, the meaning of subsidizing the dollar. I think that is fundamental. When you understand that, then we can have this conversation again. No, but what you are saying shows that you do not understand.
Can you explain and tell me the reason why you say I don't understand? Just explain. Explain.
Because from your analogies, it shows that you don't even get what I'm saying. You don't get
the
it.
Subsidizing of Naira that Tinubu removed. You know, you say things, you explain it. I'm listening.
I've already explained it already. What was I doing all this while?
No, you're not making sense right now. Okay. So, let me tell you what I got with your explanation.
You say I'm not making sense. No problem. Go ahead, keep talking. I'll just keep
sorry about that.
you.
Don't make it personal. Sorry.
No. It's okay. Just keep talking. Keep talking. I'm here.
Okay.
Just keep talking.
Let me make myself clear again so that maybe I will explain better what I understood from you. From what you said that the Tinubu came in and removed the parallel market. Am I on point there? Just say yes or no.
I did not say remove the parallel market. We still have black markets in Nigeria.
Okay. Hold on. Just a minute.
I never made mention of parallel markets, my brother. You see why I said you don't understand what I'm even saying. So why do I have to keep going back and forth with you? So that's why I'm quiet like this. I'm not saying anything.
No, okay. Now you explain yourself. Now let me listen. Explain yourself.
I have already explained myself. You didn't listen to
Bongoli.
You didn't listen to all I was saying.
Bongoli. With all due respect, I have ears. I heard what you said, and I remember what you said at that point. You said that Tinubu came in, and people, they were the subsidizing of Naira, he took it out. Did I hear you say that? Yes or no? Please.
Hear me now.
I can hear you. Femi, go ahead. Maybe do you want to kill your video or something? Sorry, do you want to X the video and then you can speak on audio? Or is it working now? Is it good now?
Can you guys see me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, thank you, Amara, because you've actually tried, honestly. I appreciate that. Being in other part of Nigeria is a problem. And I wonder what Bogoli is coming here to really tell us. But all I've been is concerned. Please, is my audio still? Bogoli, is my audio clear?
Partially.
Bongoli.
Go ahead. I'm tired. Go ahead.
Please, I'm for the prayers I may just be giving you guys tonight. Number one, I wish that when we are discussing politics, let's try to get it as much as we can, and also let's try to really be conservative. Now, number one, my guy right in my saying that me, the Tinubu boy, problem of Nigeria, we always agree on a point. Well, I don't think that is representative. Case 2, why me and the Tinubu boy always have some things are too big to argue. For instance, when you say that Naira never subsidize, that statement not only fallacious, it is also mistake. Right from Muhammadu Buhari regime, they have really been using money to defend the Naira. Everything about the strength of the Naira from the beginning to date until Blue set on. My network is still disturbing you.
No,
No,
let
we can hear
everyone
you.
mute their mics. You can mute your mic. You can mute the mic so Femi can talk. I'm listening. Go ahead. Me, I've muted my mic. Femi, we are listening. We are hearing you.
Until Blue came and said subsidy is gone, honestly, they were all paying money to defend the Naira. What just makes a difference is that the rate at which they were defending it, they were keeping it, is what made one government to appear better than the other. So, as you see, Bongoli, I don't honestly like his political ideology. Neither do I like his economic ideology. He's really a glass of Nigeria, in all sincerity. But the defending of the Naira is just true that Naira was being defended until we had that. Now, to the case of Abacha, honestly, I feel I didn't mean that the phrase is here. I would have really made my protest. When we are discussing intellectual conversation, it is not really about how old we are. It is about how rich we are when it comes to information. And it's not even about what we experience. What we experience sometimes, if you had this guy called Bongoli that experienced blackout when he was in Nigeria, it will not be funny that if Papa will be doctor, they help the guy on generator. He has never seen blackout in his life. But we grew up during Abacha time. So we trying to limit the conversation to that time can make our conversation not to be robust. But can we compare Abacha time to this time? That is the question that the phrase really was talking about. Yeah, age and experience matter, but not in an intellectual conversation. It's about the data you are able to research and you are able to talk about. Now, I listened to Bongoli for about 5 minutes. Bongoli was talking, he was giving us statistics. That shows you that the guy did not even experience anything during Abacha. But we are even younger than him, we experience Abacha. Wait, let me talk. If you had actually experienced Abacha, the tsunami of Abacha that time will first make you to go straight to Abacha before you start defending Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But obviously, we all know you were always on the triangular lane from home to school back home. That was what you were doing during Abacha time. Now, Abacha was an autocratic leader. Bola Ahmed Tinubu also had element of being an autocratic leader in him. Now, when Abacha was in government, one thing that many civil servants, even the state civil servants, they experienced were low salary. And yet, there were money in this country. If we fast forward to the year 2025, today is also the problem of purchasing power. The salary you are trying to collect today cannot even buy Bongoli a gift, talk less of plane airplane to America. So if we are going to be sincere with ourselves, if we compare the welfareism of worker during Abacha time with the welfareism of worker during this particular Balablu government, I can tell you that none is even worth respecting or praising. That's number one. Number two, when we are talking about social to go and protest, if we look I'm already I will answer, just don't worry, I will answer that point very well. If we look during Abacha time, I don't allow any manners of protest. Talk less of the fact that you wish. What made the difference between Bola Ahmed Tinubu government? Bola Ahmed Tinubu government, he is also another Abacha in the making, or even another Abacha waging a problem against our life. As of today, Abacha that Tinubu that we know, many people have wanted to protest June 12. He did not allow it. We know what happened during the Lagos. We know in Lagos, we will really like it or not, if we want to really take it off there. But we know in this time that Bola Ahmed Tinubu has really been the president of the country, I can tell you that protest has not really been taking place in the context of it. That means that we did not really have full democracy during Abacha, and we did not have full democracy during Balablu. Then that I can rest and other people can talk. When we are also talking about what's it called? When we are talking about corruption, both of them are like on the same Netflix.
Absolutely.
The Abacha time is something that is broad that you cannot question anybody. The one that is taking place during Bola Ahmed Tinubu's time, are we not also seeing it? Are we not also seeing it? Broad daylight like this, they are our money, and yet nobody question them. The EFCC is just an organization against PDP, nothing more. Using Wiki as their spokesperson.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay.
So,
all right, Femi.
My point.
Thank you very
let
much.
me land.
Land.
My.
All right. Thank you very much, Femi, and thank you very much, Amara, and thank you very much, my sister. Femi, it's hanging. It's hanging.
Let me do. Okay.
So now.
Sorry, can I quickly interrupt
I'm going
you?
to break this.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Please pop my father's money guns, buy his super chats, superstar, super stickers.
I like that.
All right. Please pop Daddy Freeze's money gun. Pop the money gun. TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram.
Pop the money gun.
Keep on popping it, because if you don't pop it, we will not be here. It is because you guys pop it, that's why we're here. And we tried possible best to give you guys the best insight when it comes to political and economic conversations, okay? Please, you guys go ahead and do this. All right. So now, I did that premise initially to just explain the policies and why things may look a little bit tougher, because our economy is an import-dependent economy, and we only sell resources. It's a rent-seeking economy, and it's import-dependent. So anything that would increase the value of the Naira versus, or reduce the value of the Naira versus the dollar will affect us directly, because we are not industrialized enough. That is it. And those policies have to come in place, because we don't have enough forex to keep on defending such programs, the subsidy programs. So now back to the Abacha versus, what we have today and all of that, versus democracy that we have today and all of that. I'm going to look at it from an ideological standpoint, which is from the political ideology and from the economic ideology. Because what many people don't understand is that I talk based on ideology. And I draft my conversation based on that. And I wrote a list and all. So like Femi rightfully said, Abacha was autocratic. We have a democracy, so you cannot even compare that. That means that it was an absolute government. One person controlling everything. And that is why today it may have affected our psyche as Nigerians, because we think that if anything goes wrong in the country, we always scream, president, president, president. Because over half of the lifetime of Nigeria's creation since 1960, we've always had a military ruler. So, and as such, we think that way. Today, we are in a country where people don't know that it is not Wike that is supposed to pay the salaries of the teachers that are on strike. People are accusing Wike, but we all know that it is the role of the local governments, the AMAC people, the council in Abuja. I just digress a little bit to show that people need to understand the status quo and modus operandi in government. Now, secondly, human rights abuses. During Abacha's regime, it was at an all-time high. We had ASSASSIN, ASA, then SIN, then Asians.
Yeah, we get it.
Top. No. I'm saying it because of the words. I'm saying because of the words. We had that during the Abacha regime. It was at an all-time high. They took Kudirat Abiola out. They took Alfred Rwani out. They took that lady from Oyo out. They took a lot of people out in that kind of government. We also know of the Ken Saro-Wiwa situation, where we must have it that what they used to nail Ken Saro-Wiwa was they said that they brought some soldiers for peacekeeping and they neutralized them. That was the unknown soldiers. But that was not the situation. They nailed him. And today, Ogoni is still paying for that oil spill over there till tomorrow. Shell is responsible, by the way. Then there was shutting down of unions. Shutting down unions. Unions didn't have a say in Nigeria. You see this NLC? When Abacha came in, it disbanded every one of them. There were no elections in the unions. Nobody is coming out to come and fight for your cause. Even the President Tinubu that we have today, that they were fighting against the Abacha administration, they were fighting from outside Nigeria. And it was the Western world that was protecting them. All of them, the Nadeco guys and everything. And the ones that came into Nigeria, he put them in detention. Like the Shehu Sani you see today was in detention. Uba Sani you see today, the governor of Kaduna State, was in detention. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo was in detention. Shehu Yaradua, the elder brother of the former president Musa Yaradua, was in detention. And now President, the military ruler Obasanjo maybe had a deal with the elder brother and said, I will make your brother president. So you need to understand a lot of people that this man put in detention. Now, we talk about wrongful convictions and propaganda. So now that I've talked about the political side of it, then let's talk about the good things he did. He increased our revenue, that is our foreign reserves, by almost 2,000%. He increased that. Also, he reduced our debt from, he reduced it by $9 billion. Now, President Tinubu reduced our debt by $24 billion in under 2 years anyway. In under 2 years, he reduced it by $24 billion. Thirdly, inflation. Now, remember, I talked about we're import dependent. So by being import dependent, it will bring down the prices of many, many goods and services. Once you are not import dependent and you are like you export and industrialize and all that, things become more expensive. That is when you start putting what is called in economics import substitution. So because you import, it's cheaper. Like today now, the largest exporter of rice is India today as we are speaking. The largest importer is India today as we are speaking. So that's where we get most of our rice from, globally. And once you begin to import that, we started seeing the price going down when they put a waiver. Now, thirdly, he halted privatization. Now, I have an issue with some kind of privatization if it is not done correctly. Now, privatization is good, don't know that. But if it is done wrongly, which we have been doing all this while, which the person that Femi was promoting in the last elections did and sold all our assets, that is Waziri Atiku Abubakar, sold all our assets. And look at our electricity, for example. Electricity, for example, is as a poor privatization implementation by Waziri Atiku Abubakar and the Jonathan administration. And that's why we are suffering for electricity till tomorrow. That is on the police. And then we have the economic side. There were sanctions that were placed on Nigeria, which stifled our growth. Just imagine the sanctions that was placed on Iran, for example, placed on Syria previously. It doesn't give rise to economic freedom. And what's economic freedom, basically? To buy, to sell, to sign contracts, and to have property rights. We were lagging in property rights. Now, also, because you import a lot, our refineries could not work. You imported and there's subsidies, so our refineries could not work. It was never going to work. It died, it's DIED, completely DIED during the Babangida administration, and then during the Abacha, so because they were just importing, because it was subsidizing the dollar. So if you're subsidizing the dollar, it's cheaper to import. Everything was basically importation. When you look at the oil dependence, our economy was a monolithic economy. It was just based on crude oil. It was just based on crude oil, importation of crude oil. We were doing literally little to nothing to diversify our economy. Then when we talk about human capital development, our healthcare infrastructure was faltering even more. Our education, like people rightfully said here, during Abacha's regime, there were various ASUU strikes. But coincidentally or ironically, during the President Tinubu administration, Since 2023 to date, we've not had a single ASU strike. In fact, there is now student loan. There's student loan today that almost 500,000 kids are benefited from. Now, the other one is, what's it called? And then corruption. A lot of people will say, oh, this President Tinubu administration, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that corruption. And when you tell them to bring evidence, like facts, they can't bring any fact or evidence. Give me hard facts. Well, with the Abacha administration, you could see that it was sending money and sending to his account and different accounts until tomorrow. They are still receiving Abacha's money till tomorrow. So I will just yield the floor for now. But I know what I'm talking about is Abacha thing.
Okay.
I know people are supporting Abacha because of the UB affiliation. So let us cut the chase. It's because of the UB affiliation, basically.
Okay.
So I yield the floor. Thank you very
All right,
much.
thank you very much. So I
Sorry,
just
please,
want
I want
to
to interrupt again.
okay.
Please, money guns, super chats, super stars, super stickers, super likes, super everything.
Okay. All right. So I want to come in here. So two things before I go. I just want you to understand something first. Before I started my conversation, I made it clear that in no way can you would in 100%. I'm not in support of military rule, but the fact that it has gotten this bad to the stage where you are being compared, we are comparing a civilian government with a military government. It says all. It says it all. It has gone so bad that we are comparing civilian government with military. Terrible. Now let me react to your point. You were saying something like, I remember you responded to me. You said he did not subsidize. I wasn't getting you where, and you now made a statement. You said he floated the Naira. In summary, what is floating the Naira? It's just to make sure there's no parameter. Government does not have control over it. Simple. Is that not the same thing as subsidizing the Naira and what I said? So that at least I just needed to bring you home with that. What I'm saying with this government is this. I want you to understand one fact. And I'm happy the fact that I experienced, Femi said something that even if you didn't experience that period, you still can talk about it. Look, there's what experience does, nothing else compared to experience in life. When you experience something, he makes you have a better understanding of that matter. I'm telling you, take that anywhere. That is simple knowledge. So experience counts. So that is it. So on the Tinubu government, you have your facts. You can quote them. I want you to understand something. I'm speaking with the reality on ground and the reality that I saw during the Abacha time. Now we've gotten to a stage where people get their salary that same day. They will go home and not. These are people working. I'm not even talking of the average man in the streets, like people that are trying to get by and this. I'm talking of working class people. I have a friend who is a banker, specifically with UBA. He's being paid, UBA, banker in UBA is being paid 120,000 Naira. A banker. That is, I want to convert it to, it's not even up to $100. Am I right? Yeah. It's not even up to $100. So now, that $120, that banker is married. He wants to go and buy a bag of rice. He cannot get into the... My pain in this is this. You can say you introduce all these things. If he had, say for example, after removing the DC, increase the price of fuel and everything tumbled, the minimum wage now moved up to match up with it at least. That makes some sense. But this is abstractly, in fact, I don't want to say abstractly, directly beating people in misery. So what I'm just trying to say in essence here is we have to be very frank with ourselves. We know the truth. We know the truth. Then, hold on. Sorry. On the sectors, I want to say, I'm not going to identify. Okay, let me make it global. I'm in the power sector. Big, huge on it. In Nigeria, even though I'm here. I'm in the power sector.
I've produced. Hold on,
let me land.
No, wait. When you say you're in the power sector, for 3 years, I have produced electricity, I have transmitted electricity, I have generated electricity. So be
I've had that
very
before. You said it on one of your broadcasts.
very careful with what you say.
Hold on. Let me land. Look, listen. If you know me, if people that know me, I'm not afraid of anybody. This life, I'm not scared of nobody. That's the way I was raised. To speak the truth, I'm not scared of nobody.
Let me.
What I'm just saying is, so when you say very careful, I just want to, on the power sector, let me just face one each. There's nowhere in the country. My house in it's not mine. That is, I rented the place. The house is still there. I have neighbors, and I pay for rent to date. That house, as I speak with you, they put it on band A, and because they put it on band A, we were able to get this metering that they do with band A to install in the house. So we had a meter. But from the day that meter was installed, even before then, in that house, if there is light this year that we've been in, that 6 months gone, there have been light in that house for only 2 weeks with band A. Only 2 weeks. These are simple things. That is light. Keep lights. Transportation. I want to give you an example. Listen, transportation. The friend, I have another friend, by extension, I helped the friend get the job. Infidelity bank.
What have you said about power sector? You said something about power sector. And what have you said about power sector?
Okay, let me go back to the power sector.
You said on
the power sector. Okay, let me speak on. Let me speak as an insider. As an insider in the power sector, I was in Nigeria last year. I went to NEC.
I was in Nigeria 2 months ago. Hold on,
let me land. You don't know the last time.
And if you go on my page,
hold on, let me land. I was in Abuja. Hold on, I'm in the past. I was in Abuja.
Wait.
I'm speaking. If you want to speak, I'll keep quiet for you. Allow me speak,
no,
please.
You speak. I was at Eco Electric. You can go on my page. You see, I was at Eco Electric fighting for my community for constant power supply.
Okay. Let me land. Eco Electric, you speak there. If you have 3 stars in Eco Electric, if they are live on this video, they will know me. Okay. To tell you how deep I'm an insider. So let's keep that. Hold on. When it comes to I went to NEC in Abuja, National Electric Regulatory Commission. Do you know what's happening in NEC now? You have thousands of people lined up there getting approval to import generator.
Okay, please, let me talk now.
I'm speaking to you the facts. In Abuja,
what does that have to do with this conversation now?
A country that wants to give people power is approving people to import generator into the country. It has nothing to do with it. Is that the question you're asking me?
Do you understand what privatization of power sector means? Do you understand what a free market economy means? Let me go ahead talk.
NEC is a government body. Listen, NEC is a government body. Okay? Listen, NEC is a government body.
Oh God!
It's not a private sector.
Femi, talk. Go ahead. Oh God! Oh, Daddy, please, oh.
You met the wrong guy, and I'm just telling you. You've been telling people lies about this country.
Which you met the wrong guy?
Sorry, please hold on. Some people are saying that I should remove Mr. Essie
Don't mind them.
No
Don't
problem.
mind
Thank
them.
you.
No, but
At least
I
I'm
can't
very
remove
friend.
anybody
Don't
unless
remove him, leave him.
I can't remove
No,
anyone
leave him, please.
unless they pop money
Don't remove
guns.
them.
Plenty money guns. Like a minimum of
Leave
20
him.
money guns, and I'll remove whoever you want.
He reminds us of our friend Ima Blaze, our friend. Don't worry, we know people like him. He reminds us of our friend Ima Blaze. Go
Don't
ahead.
mind
No,
them.
you are my friend too. Listen. My best friend in Nigeria, it has an appointment with this government. I don't look.
My brother,
I
you don't
don't.
know-
When it
my
comes to
brother.
politics, I don't personalize any issues. I'm just telling you the reality. I'm
That's
not
why people-
upset with anybody. Everybody has their political affiliations. It's not a problem with me. I'm just speaking to facts and the reality on ground.
I can leave both of you with each other. I think I'm not network. It is because of Tinubu network they always want me to talk. Ordinarily, I will just have done this, and when you guys are done, I will talk. But now, I've also listened to both sides. But let me first thank Amara, because if not for Amara, I would not be able to come here, especially the asset guy, to really talk. Just that Amara is still learning Daddy Freeze word. You have to take good lecture from Daddy Freeze very well. But that's just a joke. Now, regarding experience, I don't think I have discounted experience in this subject matter. But what I'm saying is that politics is science. When we are talking about politics as science, your investigation and ability to really combine things together determine how deep you are going to be. For instance, now, I remember the first video I gave to the Freeze to publish on his page was all about privatization of the what did you call it, of the petroleum industry. And I must be honest with you, my research shows that it was what was happening that time, refineries, that is happening now. So there is a place of research. There is a place of experience. We can never discount a place of experience. But when it comes to public conversation like this, it is purely science. You cannot only use what you experience to really make a judgment on public issues. So that's just
So since you are paused, I personally would disagree with that. Experience is a lot in life. There are things when you experience them, it gives you a better perspective of what
My
the
bros,
idea is.
my bros, now my turn to talk now. My bros,
Okay, no
you don't to talk,
problem.
now my turn to talk.
Okay.
You see, when Femi keeps accusing all of us, accusing the President Tinubu administration of his telecommunications
Someone
issues.
said that Mr. Essien is not being honest, that they have been on band B light and they get a minimum of 20 hours of light a day.
Leave, don't
Which area?
worry.
Hold on. I want him. Let him. No, I want him to tell me the area he is. Which area is he calling from? Where he has is on Bambi.
Please, I'm begging you in the name of God, please. Now, I haven't said that. I've never said experience does not matter, but I'm only saying that politics is science, is a mix of experience and research. And someone asked me, yeah, I'm not up to 40, but to the glory of God, I encountered and know some encountered the Abacha regime, because Abacha reigned between 1993 to 98. So of course I encountered it. Now, this is it. Let's talk about the matter itself. Electricity. I will not say that this Balablu government is really a good government. But I personally can tell you that I bought petrol on Monday. I have not poured that petrol into the generator. Why? Because the rate at which they give us light has been better. Now, this is what I was talking about, experience. Experience always leads us to generalization. That it happened to you somewhere does not mean that it is happening somewhere. But for my Oga to have also complained that there is no light in his area, it means there is a need for improvement in this Tinubu government. This Tinubu government is not doing well. That is what it means technically. And also, we also need to understand that it is sad that somebody should be investigating right of power is doing everything possible to even contest for governor. Minister of Darkness is contesting for governor. That's how worst APC government. So I agree with my guy when it comes to electricity, but I just don't want us to make generalization of it. Now, this headset guy said something, and I'm always afraid of him because whenever he rules out his facts, he will give us summary facts. He will hardly give us the full detail of it. Now, he was talking about ASU strike. He is totally right that there has been minimal ASU strike under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I will never argue that with him. He's totally right. But during Abacha, I remember very well in our streets then, people will support go school, we strike, they keep them at home. Na big girl they chase for street, they cause wahala. Those egmont they cause wahala. So Abacha. But does it really mean that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has done well? The answer is no. Because there are issues that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has not solved. Number one of the causal factor of ASU strike in Nigeria is the revitalization fund. As of today, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has not really delivered the money, the revitalization, 1 billion naira to verify. Today, what Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been doing is that he has only been suppressing. Please, am I audible? Please, am I still?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Please. Okay. What he has been doing is that he has only been suppressing the ASU just to ensure that he win his point. Number two, how about the end allowance and arrears? Up to today, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has not actually.
Femi, it looks like you're not. They can't hear you. From the comment section, it's like they can't hear you. I don't know what the problem is, but they're complaining that the audio is off.
Yeah. Let me go again. I will come back again.
Please bring Femi back because Femi just
lied. Let them confirm if they can hear him. If they can confirm,
no. They can hear us. They can hear us. You know, I've not said anything. They said we can't hear anything. Okay, I know. No. Can you guys hear me in the comment section? Can you guys hear me? Please, if you can hear me, let me know. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? I'm speaking.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Amara, it seems like people...
Okay, he said they can hear you.
It seems like people cannot hear us. Oh, can you guys hear us now?
I can hear you.
No, I need the people in the comment section.
People in the live.
Okay, they said yes. Okay, so Femi just lied now with the ASU situation. Femi did not tell the people that it was during Obasanjo's regime and Atiku's regime that they signed that draconian contract that has always made people go on ASU strike. Femi did not say that. He did not say that it was during Abacha's regime and Atiku's regime that they signed an impossible agreement with ASU.
Which one is Atiku's regime? Which one is Atiku's regime?
Obasanjo and Atiku I said Obasanjo and Atiku's regime from 1999 to 2007.
Okay.
They were the ones that signed the draconian contract that no government can satisfy, that every government is just managing. Femi, don't be doing half-truths here. Say everything the way it is. So, see, Femi can throw jabs as much as he wants to throw jabs. You people don't understand him. He's a PDP guy. He's a partisan guy. I get it. I think that people, you see the social media we are using now, during an Abacha time, you will never use it. So your voices will never be heard. Go and ask our parents during that time. They stifled communication. They stifled freedom of speech. There is no constitution during those times. It is just decrees. It is just decrees. So there is no way that you will ever compare a democratic regime to a military regime.
Please, let me
talk. It is impossible. No, let me. You have your minutes, but I'm just saying that eventually we need to understand that. We need to understand that what we are facing today is inevitable. Somebody had to bail the cat. And unfortunately, unfortunately, President Tinubu is the one bailing the cat, doing what military leaders will not do, doing what presidents will not do. He's the one doing it, and he's the one bearing the brunt. And everybody can blame him, and it's okay to blame him. Go ahead.
The point is that the ASU strike we are talking about, whether they bargained before Tinubu or not, one thing Tinubu said is that is a renewed hope era. What is the meaning of renewed hope? Renewed hope is an hope that has been lost, that somebody is coming to renew. And
as ASU strike, Femi, as ASU strike, it's 2 years now. As ASU strike, didn't he say 4 years will be 4 years? As ASU strike, this is year 2.
Wait,
go ahead.
The strike assessment is a subjective one. If you really want to talk about the strike, the question we will ask ourselves is that, as the demand of ASU been met, Tinubu has planted mole among the ASU people. And that's why...
that is the truth. Continue, my brother.
That's why whenever they want to go on strike, you always see somebody playing the other game for us. And that's why you can never see ASU going on strike, because it's all about some people, all they know is about their pockets. So if some people all they know is about their pockets, ASU can never go on strike. But I am telling you today is that the 150 million Naira revitalization fund has not been released by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The same Bola Ahmed Tinubu that says that they want to remove the subsidy so that they can have much expenditure for the country and they can spend more, is the same Tinubu that has not even spent up to 10% of our revenue, of our budget on education. So we have to be real. We have to be real when we are talking about politics here. So,
Femi, tell the people the truth. Or if you don't
can you allow him to speak? When you were talking about interrupted you, allow him to speak.
Some people want me to remove Femi. If you want me to remove Mr. Femi, pop money gun. A minimum of 20.
Ọmọ Igbo wàá ṣeré, ọmọ Igbo ego.
I like this one, no job at that difference. Now, the point of the matter is that, Bungoli, let's stop using people's life. Let's stop using it to play politics. You have access to, like where you go, sir. That's we no guarantee. Covenant University don't even pass Unilag right now. I didn't bring Unilag as being a good institution. We will never be going third, fourth in university ranking. Right now, Covenant University is more rated than that school of, I don't know whether that's where Amara goes. So let me...
What university did you attend? What university did you attend? Tell them what university you attended.
I attended the best state university, 4-time rated.
What university did you attend? What university did you attend? Please say, be proud of yourself.
I attended the great Ladoke Akintola University and University
Amara, do you know this school? Amara, do you know this school? Ladoke Akintola University of Technology.
I know the school.
No, I say Amara. Amara doesn't know this school. Amara, do you know Unilag?
Yes.
Amara, do you know Unilag?
Okay, continue your conversation, Femi. Continue. That's what
Amara, wait. Amara, do you know?
No, Femi, that's on the lighter side. Continue your conversation. Don't worry.
Now, point there is that this guy that went to Unilag that is now becoming number 10 on the university ranking, if the government of the day is really a government that really prioritizes education, our federal institution will not even be taking number 4.
Number 1 to 10, all of them.
When the state university, like Covenant, is taking number 1. We need to be real with ourselves these days. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has not done well as far as education is concerned. If Bola Ahmed Tinubu has done well, trust me sincerely, I don't think Amara would. If I ask Amara now, Amara, do you want to study in Nigeria for your master? She will say no. Because she knows that the university in Nigeria, they are underfunded. So we should be...
they are underfunded. Wow.
Universities that don't have lights. Lights. Common lights to study.
Tell me they are underfunded.
Wait, let me... Amara, if you are to study, would you want to go and study masters in a Nigerian university?
Nigeria Federal University. Add that. Nigeria Federal University.
My answer will depend on the amount of money guns I get.
Now, can I speak now? Thank you. Femi.
No, wait.
Let us cut the
chase.
No,
I have to speak. Bongoli.
I've not spoken. I've not finished. No, I've not finished too. Because Femi.
Someone said, Mr. Femi, someone said this one that you're saying, how much is federal school fees compared to Covenant University?
Well, I'm not talking again. I just mute everything. God bless you. See, common sense.
Amara, can I help you answer that question? Amara, can I answer the question for you? Can I answer the question for you, Amara?
Okay.
Covenant University is privately funded. Government university is supposed to be funded by the government. So you are not expected to pay high school fees in those schools. Let me give you an example. Here in Canada, every university is government funded. So if you are a citizen here, you don't pay nothing. You pay about almost zero. You pay very minimal, less than 1,000 or 2,000 to go to the university here.
Amara, I don't want to ask.
Amara, is that my answer correct? Are you clear with that answer?
I'll ask the person. Are you satisfied with the answer?
Bongoli, thank God you are in the US. Bongoli, are you satisfied with the answer?
Amara, wait, I'm satisfied with your answer.
I paid Femi, hold on. Femi, when I was in Unilag, if you are using Unilag, I just want to chime in here. Hold on. I was in Unilag from 2005 to 2010. I studied chemical engineering, and then I came to America to study at Texas A&M University, chemical engineering, fully funded by my parents. When I was in Unilag, I paid 6,000 Naira as school fees.
Let me ask
for a federal. Wait, now let me finish. For a federal university, I paid 6,000 Naira. What is 6,000 Naira for a federal university education in chemical engineering? Are you freaking kidding me right now? And you say you want them to pay lecturers good money, you want good infrastructure, and I paid 6,000 Naira.
Okay. The government, the Unilag is a federal institution. The government is supposed to pay for everything in that school. So your school fees is more like this.
Are you running a welfare society? Okay, hold on.
Hold on. Why you
see what I'm talking about? Nigerians want a welfare society.
Hold on. Let me explain. When government takes care of the education of the citizen, that is not welfare. It's their responsibility because they get taxes from the citizens.
My brother, they don't tackle you for comment section. They don't tackle you for comment section. You say you know they pay anything for Canada for school fees. They don't tackle you for comment section.
No, hold on. I came here to school in Canada as an international student. I paid school fees. The money I paid. Listen, on the average, I was paying per annum $13,000 US Canadian dollars. The average Canadian citizen was not paying up to $500.
Amara, please, I want to ask you a very simple question.
Bongoli, is that question answered now when I was schooling?
Please, Amara.
Today, hold on. I have my two kids. They go to school. The funny thing is, it's a Catholic school. They go to school. They pay $0, $0.0000. Now, from the one they go to school, they get paid at the end of every month, each of them. So government funding is not welfare. It's their responsibility. What I'm saying, if you go to a federal university, you're not supposed to be paying money. Likewise, I went to a state university. I never paid. Let me tell you, all through, even during that Abacha time, I was in the university then. Delta State University I went to, I never paid 1 Naira as school fees. All through my 4 years in school.
Because of my network, I want to talk fast. Amara, your university.
So what are you talking about? So that basis of comparison on the fees, it does not work. Let nobody compare and say federal schools are not funded. The federal government is funding them. They're supposed to fund them better than the private-owned school. Private-owned school that the church is funding.
Let me deal with Bongoli, please. Amara, is your university? Please don't use the coin of a thing. I'm not asking the name of your school. I just want to get something. Is it a private university or public university?
I'm not allowed to say.
Okay, no problem. But me, I know that you are attending either a public university and a private university.
I know she's attending a private university if she doesn't want to tell you.
Now, and I'm very sure that you yourself, that private university you attend, there is a reason you must have chosen that university over this.
How long was I going for?
Now, Bongoli, that is right here. If Bongoli will really be truthful to us, the 6,000 naira he was paying, I'm very sure that if
okay, I can disclose. I am in a public university.
Okay, very, very good. Now,
move down.
Okay, no,
We're rounding off. Oh.
All right. Now, Bongoli, Amara said he attending a public university, but I know that the phrase that is here said he allowed them to attend a public university just for them to learn about the environment. And I'm very sure that the public university she's attending, she's also taking some extra classes to really improve herself. Bongoli, you are here, I'm very sure the so-called chemical engineering you study, it was because you know that you cannot use to get a job in Nigeria. That's why you jump out to America. Why?
Absolutely. Yes.
That is false, Femi. Femi, that is very, very false. And that is personal. Let us not go personal.
Okay,
let us not go personal.
It makes sense.
But I'm telling you that the 6,000 naira at Unilag,
we're ending now.
The quality education that you needed to really meet the current standard of contemporary education. Now,
can you come back again? I didn't hear that. Go ahead.
I'm saying that Bola.
Oh, wow.
You said it's personal. I'm not coming back. So Bola.
No. You said something about no. What you said initially was
2 minutes. We're rounding off.
Comment you made was not okay, sir. It was not personal. I wanted to hear you very well because you said the 6,000 naira I was paying maybe was not enough to meet the standard. I want you to understand what you said well.
6,000 naira you are paying is a subsidized education.
Of course, yes, our education is subsidized in Nigeria.
There are some infrastructure, there are some facility that could have been best provided for engineering students. I didn't mean the tuition is even more than that. Let's not lie to us.
100%.
Public university
100%.
give you the right understanding of what you're studying and partially the practical understanding of it. But it's not strong enough to really get you ready for the job in the industry. So what we are now saying is that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has not done well as far as ASU is concerned. The fact that ASU did not go on strike does not mean President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has done well, because we need to start asking ourselves the billion naira revitalization fund that has not been paid by Bola Ahmed Tinubu, yet they've renovated Aso Rock. Yet Bola Ahmed Tinubu has purchased vehicle that is even, we all know the price he purchases, yet they always maintain their private jet of a thing. So if you ask me, because the freeze has given us time, what makes the difference between Abacha time and Bola Ahmed Tinubu time? I will only say that the only thing that makes a difference that Tinubu floated Naira.
What is this? What kind of song is this? Is this
alarm? Yes.
But the
Let me take it out.
Wrong with it. Somebody owns that copyright. You don't have that problem. Why did you bring it into this room?
Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Why did you bring that phone inside this room?
Honestly, when we talk about the poverty index of Abacha regime and Tinubu regime, they are far to each other. Bola Ahmed Tinubu needs to go 2027, just the way Abacha went 2027. It is Atiku Obi 2027, inshallah. Yeah.
Okay. Talk and I will round off.
Okay.
No, please don't.
Now, before we go any further, Femi, are you saying, hold on, I want to ask Femi a question. Femi, are you really saying that life under Abacha was better than life now?
100%, yes. I support that.
That is, I said life under Abacha was never better. The only
for me, it's better. I will tell you the reason.
The only reason why... let me talk now. The only reason why life under Abacha is better is just because of improvisation in terms of technology and in terms of economic and trade. But if we are talking about economy, Tinubu has done well in a little sense. But if we are now saying that Abacha, trust me, I can never pray to really experience Abacha again, because Abacha is closer to poverty. But Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I think Obi will be a better president in 2027, or Atiku.
But how come you change your mouth? Is it because Obi has joined your coalition? Sorry, my other brother here, you might not understand this, but Femi has always not supported Obi, always thought Obi was not good, and all of a sudden Obi is now good.
Daddy Freeze, there's one folklore. Wait, hold on. There's one folklore, Yoruba folklore. I want everybody to listen, and Obi supporters to listen. The elephant was always causing issues in the animal kingdom. So they were now trying to figure out, how do we get rid of this elephant? Then the lion, which is the king, went to speak. Then the tortoise now said, I have a plan. We are going to we'll tell the elephant that we are going to make the elephant king. So right in front of the throne, we are going to dig a very big hole. And then we'll now put a mat to cover it. Then the tortoise now went to meet the elephant that the whole kingdom wants to make you king. Oh, you are becoming. And then they started singing one song on the coronation day. So the elephant was not dancing, was seeing the throne and dancing. When the elephant was about to sit down, it fell into the pit. I rest my case. Go ahead.
Okay, so can I speak?
Please let me quickly correct something. I said, I think Obi or Atiku may be a better option. Why? The set of caliber of people around you may really do well in improving your ideological stance. You and I.
Femi, I want to raise a question now before you go any further. You guys have been allowed to talk, so I want to raise a question. I was watching this guy on Instablog. What's his name? Omojua Japhet. And Japhet said, among the top 10 governors during Peter Obi's time, Peter Obi was not one of them.
Fact.
I can tell you who were the number one governors: Akpabio, Fashola. During because Akpabio and Obi were in office about the same time. Fashola and Obi were in office about the same time, if I remember correctly.
Benga Daniel.
I remember, I think number one was Akpabio because of the level of development he brought to Akwa Ibom. He turned Akwa Ibom from a village to on Abuja's level.
True.
You understand?
True. Yeah.
And I want to ask, if Obi could not do much in his state, and Akpabio could do so much in his state, why are we, if it is by performance, why are we not pushing Akpabio? Why are we pushing Obi? Just a question. Just okay, if it is by performance.
Hold on. So,
yes.
I'm sorry. I thought this conversation was between.
No, I'm just saying, because I was just watching, while I was going, I was watching Japhet Omojua.
We've moved into Obi.
Why did we move into Obi? Because Femi said Obi would have done a better job. There was no Obi in this conversation before. Femi was the one that brought Obi in. I stand corrected.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Now that we are back to Obi.
Yes.